Think of your dream home. For some of you, it might be a stately red brick Victorian with tall bay windows. Others might picture a multi-level mid-century modern on a wide lot, or maybe a century-old loft with brick and beam character, or for some of you, it could even be a cabin tucked away in the woods. All very different visions, but they share one thing in common. They're all old. So why are we drawn to old homes when it comes to housing? We'll get to that in 1 minute, but first let's talk about a phrase that explains so much of our modern life: planned obsolescence. I know it's a big word, but stick with me for a second. So think of your phone. Phones seem to die faster every year. Or think of the sneakers in your closet. They crumble if you leave them there too long. Or just walk over to your kitchen and look at your dishwasher. It's built to tap out right after the warranty expires. So in so many parts of our life, things are designed to break. And maybe that's exactly why we romanticize those old homes that simply refuse to. So planned obsolescence is the idea that products are built with a timer, intentionally designed to wear down, forcing you to buy again. It's great for profits, but obviously terrible for families who want stability. And here's the kicker, and here's where it relates back to real estate. In many cases, homes built before the 1960s weren't designed with the same mindset. In fact, they were often overbuilt. So they're made to outlast generations, which means when you step into a Victorian or a true loft, you're not just buying square footage, you're buying permanence. So what actually makes these homes feel more solid? So the first thing is materials. So in a lot of Victorian homes and lofts, they were built with old growth lumber, dense brick and mortar and plaster walls. These weren't cheap shortcuts, they were the standard. And then, let's think about the structure. Those heavy beams that you see in lofts, they weren't aesthetic choices. They were oversized on purpose. And then let's think of the craftsmanship. So before prefab panels and particle board, homes were finished by hand and built with real materials. The floors were laid in solid wood, not laminate. And windows were meant to be repaired, not replaced. So even if you don't know the science of home building, your body knows the feeling. So when you close a solid oak door, it just sounds different. And when you walk across a century-old hardwood floor, it doesn't bounce the way some newer laminate floors might. That's quality you can quite literally feel. And here's where it gets interesting. Families aren't the only ones picking up on this. Loft conversions and heritage-designated homes often sell for a premium compared to their newer counterparts, which means in many cases, buyers are willing to pay more for authenticity, craftsmanship, and scarcity. So let's think of it from a Toronto perspective. Victorian and Edwardian homes in Cabbagetown, Riverdale, the Annex, Little Italy, they all consistently trade at top of market prices. And even if we think about condos, true lofts like the Toy Factory in Liberty Village, Candy Factory in Queen West, or Wrigley Building on Carlaw with brick beams and factory bones. All of those buildings command values that outpace standard condos. Now, of course, old homes aren't perfect. They come with tons of baggage. The electrical systems like knob and tube or undersized panels, you can't really plug your EV and run your dishwasher at the same time on a 50 amp panel. I don't want to bring up the A word, but asbestos. That can be found in insulation, flooring, or ceiling tiles. Then there's things that you can find like lead paint, poor insulation, and quirky layouts with things like maids' quarters or tiny kitchens. But here's the thing. Most of those can be upgraded. You can rewire, re-insulate open walls. What you can't do is fake a 100-year-old brick that's still standing or a beam that could carry a truck. The bones are where the real value is. So if you're out there looking for a family home, here's your built to last checklist. That applies to both new and old homes. So the first thing you want to look at is the structure. Are the walls straight? Is the foundation sound? And are the floors solid? And then next you want to check in on the materials. You want to look at the brick. You want to look at the mortar. You want to look at the roof. Then you want to look at the systems, the electrical panel capacity, the plumbing type, heating system. And then lastly, the lifestyle fit. I mean, do you get the volume, natural light, and flow that your family needs? And then specifically, if you're buying new, the best advice I can give is don't skimp on the upgrades, even if it means choosing a slightly smaller floor plan. High quality finishes will reward you twice. So first thing is in daily life. Real hardwood floors can take years of family traffic, pets, toys, and spills in a way those trendy laminates never could. And second is at resale. I mean, buyers notice. Those upgrades usually translate to a much higher price per square foot and a much stronger impression when it's your turn to sell. So whether you're walking through a century-old Victorian or a brand new townhouse, the same rule applies. Don't get distracted by the surface shine. Focus on the bones and the quality. And if you're finding this breakdown helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. It lets me know to make more deep dives just like this one. Okay, so now let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about upgrades or resale value. It's about how we as buyers and families can so easily get tricked by fast trends. So just think when you go to the mall, that jacket at the discount retailer that looks incredible under store lighting will likely fall apart after one season or a few loads in the laundry. I mean, real estate has its version of that. So slick paint jobs, fresh vinyl floors, and strategic staging are all designed to catch your eye, but not always built to hold up. So that's why when I'm walking through a home, I always tell my clients, don't just look, you want to feel. You want to open all those cabinets in the kitchen. You want to swing those doors closed. You want to bounce on the floors, and you want to grip those railings when you're walking down the stairs. Quality tells a story. So a solid hinge in that cabinet doesn't lie. A well-built railing will, number one, hold your weight, and it won't bend under minimal pressure. So high quality finishes, the kind that feel substantial, don't just improve your day-to-day experience. They also pay you back in the long run, because when it comes time to sell, buyers notice the same things. Now, I'm not here to say that new homes are bad. In many cases, they can actually be great options. I mean, I've purchased brand new homes myself, and some of them are built beautifully with care and craftsmanship. But the truth is, whether it's a century-old loft or a brand new townhouse, the same principle applies. Quality outlasts trends. So if you're buying new, save up for those higher quality finishes and choose the sturdy over the flashy. It'll last much longer and more often than not, give you higher resale value. So in this world of planned obsolescence, families deserve permanence. And the best homes, whether it be old or new, are the ones that refuse to be disposable. So if this kind of perspective resonated with you, make sure you hit like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. And if you're in Toronto and you're looking for that forever home, reach out. I'd love to help you find a space that's not just another property, but a home that's built to last. So that's it for today. Thanks again for watching, and peace out.